How do you sum this up?
It's a tough loss. We're well aware of that. And, Washington made some plays, down the stretch. This is not at all. I know my basketball team. This is not a case of overlooking an opponent. We came in with a disposition, and the right mindset, to approach this game. But this is what, competition, is about. Sometimes, another team will just make more plays, as frustrating as that may be. And even the two games that we just lost on the road, I know the team in the locker room. We approached both those games to win, and I thought we did enough, in all three games to win, and we just didn't do it. And so, we dropped this one. We'll have to live with those results, but this is also why we love this profession. We love all the context and pressure at this time of year. And we didn't handle our business in these three games, but, I know there will be teams in the East that don't as well, and we're not leaving it up to them. We're just going to have to focus on ourselves, but this is a harrowing ride, and our group has the right intentions. We will just take a day off tomorrow, recalibrate, and get ready and prepare practice on Tuesday for a big game on Wednesday.
What was your view of that final possession? Was the plan to go for the win in that situation? Or
No, not necessarily. Just to get the right available shot. We were fully ready to take a timeout, if necessary. And I thought we got two great looks at it. I thought the last 4 3-point looks we got, I thought all 4 were going down. And would that have made things, different? Yeah. They made theirs down the stretch. And a lot of that happened in the 2 previous games as well. We missed some shots. They made theirs. This one, is painful. We have a bunch of competitors in our locker room. Nobody's, feels great about this. But we just have to, get some rest, recalibrate, and focus on this. All these games down the stretch. How many do we have left? 18? Yeah. This is why I love this time of year, because every team is going through it, and you feel like it's only you that are going through something like this. Everybody's going to have the context and pressure and expectations on the games down the stretch. They have meaning. It's not as if we have to talk about the standings. Everybody's well aware of the standings, especially the competitive nature of the group that we have. But you also cannot be overwhelmed with everything. What we can focus on is our rest tomorrow. We do need that. I think we've had 5 and 7 or something like that, and a crazy travel day and getting in late. And that's not an excuse. That's not why we lost at all. Washington, made those plays down the stretch, but we can get some rest and get ready for practice on Tuesday and prepare for a big game on Wednesday.
Washington hadn't been making a ton of threes before, and then they had that stretch in the middle of the fourth. Did you feel like those threes were any different than what they were getting before? They came about differently, or is that just variance?
Yeah, I think it's always dangerous. They did get to a little bit of a comfortable rhythm, in the second half. So that's my view of it. Some of it is the karma. Yeah, we held them probably, 6-8 points under their average, but they were getting to their game a little bit too much, in my view. They're getting some of the free throw attempts, the drives, the passes over the top versus our switches, and that created some overreactions, and they got some open shots out of that. Now, once you get some open shots, you see the ball go in, it becomes a different thing. If we're defending the way we're capable of and making it physical, doing things with force, and just as importantly, with discipline, and if that's the only shot they're left with and they didn't have the rhythm, I think the context is totally different. But at that point, you get to the last 6 minutes of the game, you don't want to give anybody anything, any kind of airspace, especially when we're playing, possession games. You don't want to dare anybody, and they made us pay, for that. So at that point, the analytics are all out. You can't look at anybody's percentages. With all that said, they also made all of those, and we missed some of ours, and that's what you have to live with. Thanks, Coach. Okay, thank you.